Okay, everyone. Sorry I'm a few minutes late. Was just looking at this and that, and all of a sudden lost track of time. All of a sudden lost track of my supposedly slightly better than what's in my computer microphone that I put up here. I don't know if that's making a difference. All right, man. College basketball. I love it. No, I don't hate it at all. I love it. It's stressful. The reason I love it, though, is because I've been doing it a long time. I feel like I know what I'm looking at. I've had some success over big sample sizes at various points in my handicapping career, and I feel confident enough in it overall, in general, to be going public with plays right now, to be doing what I'm doing. I could do, what a lot of guys in my position or in similar positions would do, which is just, give out picks and then lie about the record. You know what I'm saying? Lie about the record. Just do it. You know what I'm saying? Give out, 8 picks, go 3-5, and say, great day yesterday. I went 3-2. Awesome. But I can't do that. All right. Okay. Whew. Shout out to everyone. We happy few. I'm feeling oddly confident about this week. I'm not exactly sure why. I hope it's not some illusion or some portent of bad things to come, but I'm feeling vaguely confident at this point in the season. I usually do pretty well in February, maybe because I'm paying such close attention this year without looking at anything else, football, NHL, NBA. Maybe my starting to ride the wave well of college basketball will come a few weeks early, because that's basically what it is. It's like this big wave that you're riding and feeling out. And sometimes you get little micro judgments wrong, but overall your judgments are correct. And you look back and you've had a decent couple days or weeks, and hopefully entire month of February. Shout out to you, Leonard Porsche. Shout out to Sean B. LOL. Shout out to ZZ Topic. I did realize there's something I might have to do in this show. I realized that this show is getting so popular that there are actually spammers now coming in. At least one spammer comes in, and he's slick, he's smart, he knows what he's doing. He comes in while I'm looking at the stats so that I don't see what he's doing, and he'll come in and say stuff like, gas the Jews, or, hey, this is Donald Trump from Iran, how's everyone doing? Stuff like that, typical troll fare. So I'm thinking about maybe making one person who is watching the comments while I'm looking at the stats a moderator to ban those guys, because, trolling is one thing that we just, pretty much anything goes, there's threats of violence, like this and that, all that stuff I think is hilarious, but spamming just kind of ruins everything. And there's nothing good about it. You know what I'm saying? There's no positive side to scamming. To spamming. There's to scamming. What a Freudian slip there. So I might have to try to do that at some point. I might have to before each time that I go into each segment where I go into looking at the second half lines, ask someone if they want to be a moderator for 20 minutes to ban someone if they come in and start spamming whatever infantile stuff I don't know if it's going to happen every show now, but it's happened a few times. Regular viewers of this show know what I'm talking about. They probably saw it. It's just that it clutters up the friggin' comments. You know what I mean? It just clutters up the comments. All of a sudden, I'm looking for people telling me how much they love me or giving tennis picks or stuff. And I look and I see some stupid comment 8 times in a row. So we might have to do something about it. We'll see. Nasty Nate says, me. You really want to be a moderator? Can you do that, Nasty Nate? You want to do that right now? I can make you a moderator right now, and just if someone comes in posting that stuff, you just block them and ban them. I think you just click and you put, like, I'm clicking on you right now, and I think you just click on them, on their little the 3 dots next to their name, and you go to hide user on this channel, and I think that's about it. So right now, let's see how this works. Right now, I'm going to make you moderator, Nasty Nate. I just made you a moderator. So, if anyone comes in and posts anything like that, any spam of any kind, unless it's like super funny spam can stay. But any spam that's not like legit super funny, gotta go. Block them. All right. So now I believe you're a moderator, right? Can you see that, Nasty Nate? Do you see yourself with the you are a moderator, Nasty Nate. All right, great. So Martin Riggs saying, who you like today, Pistol? Well, I am a little bit late. The 7 and 7:30 games I did tweet out. I tweeted out team totals, and as regular viewers of this show know, but also if you're just familiar with the way lines work, if you like a team total, it implies at least some kind of a lean towards a side or a total or both. Like if I say that I like a team total over for some team, you can pretty much be sure that I don't like the under on that game, that I either also like the over or that I'm agnostic on the over. But if I'm agnostic on the over on that game, then I probably like the spread, right? It stands to reason. Otherwise, why would I like the team total, right? That's how it works. So yeah, if you, I tweeted out the 6 team totals that I liked today, and you can pretty much deduce from those team totals what else I liked in those games. NCAAB, I talked about that one. I gave NCAAB team total over out. I kind of liked NCAAB at +3. They moved to 3.5. Don't understand the move, but okay. I like the over at 142. That got bet up. Okay. And the Virginia game, I was going to give it out, but I actually did. This is the first Virginia game that I've taken all year, and I took it at 4.5. But when I saw it up to 6.5 or whatever it was, I had to beg off it. I think this is probably a good spot for Virginia. They probably get at least an 8-point solid win, and I did take it at 4.5, and I would have given it out at 6:30 or whatever if the line had still been there. Maybe I'll have to start tweeting out overnight lines. I don't know, but yeah, I did like Virginia, and I didn't give that one out. But everything else, Presbyterian team total over, I took that one. I like the Bucknell Colgate over. I took that one at 143. It was 145. I only gave the Bucknell team total over. A bunch of stuff that I tweeted out. The Texas West Virginia game, I didn't tweet it out. The game scares me, but I will admit that I liked the under at 128. And people who follow these lines closely will know that it closed at like 130.5. Which is, not a good sign. Again, though, many times we've seen in full game lines and in second half lines that we've discussed on this show that the market, you take it with half a grain of salt. It feels like, I haven't measured it, I haven't tracked it, but it feels like the market is as wrong as it is right with these line movements. I know that's an heretical thing for me to say that I just said. But that's the way it feels in college basketball. So it's not a good sign that I took West Virginia under at 128 and it closed at 130.5. But that's what I did. I also like Texas +9 a little bit. That closed at 8. Let's see. All right. So for the upcoming games, we are going to look at the halftime lines for the 7 o'clock games in about 12 minutes or so. For the later games, some interesting stuff. I'll share with you what I took, and you can, feel free to, use it however you like. I have to decide if I'm going to start tracking these actual leans that I give in these shows. But yeah, in the later games, North Texas is a great team, right? Someone asked me specifically about North Texas's game against Southern Miss last week. And I told them that I liked North Texas minus the points and the North Texas team total over, if you recall. And those did both hit. North Texas is a team that I'm very, very careful about betting against, but I don't like this spot for them. I actually kind of like Rice a little bit here at +13 and a little bit the over as well. I don't like either of those a huge amount, but put them together, and I do kind of like the Rice team total over. I could easily see North Texas getting a big margin win, but having it not be their typical slow down, strong defense, low scoring game, and the game goes a little higher. I could also see the game being low scoring, Rice getting an easy cover, and the Rice team total going over, despite the fact that the game goes under. So Rice at 62.5. The team total over is a play that I'm kind of liking. It's a little bit contrarian because of how great North Texas has been this year. Rice has been a little bit underwhelming, and I myself have been very high on North Texas, recommending them in these videos at times to people who ask about their games. I kind of like the Rice team total over at 8 o'clock at 62.5, and that's a play that I guess I can officially recommend. I'll make that some kind of an official recommendation. Maybe I'll start tracking these. Then at 8:30, the Prairie View and Jackson State game is a little bit confusing to me. I kind of like Prairie View minus the points, and I kind of like the over, 134. So once again, the Prairie View team total over is a play that I bet, and I'm kind of liking at 68.5. Prairie View A&M. They're now bet up to 3. Yeah, I liked them at 2.5, and the over at 134. Those have now gotten bet up just a little bit. I still like both of those, and I guess would recommend both of those. But Jackson State, a little bit of a tricky team. They've had some unexpectedly excellent results in their games recently, mixed in with some crappy results. I like Prairie View and the over, and I like the team total over at 68.5. I guess I'll make that one an official recommended play as well. And then the Texas Southern Grambling game, another one. I like the under on this one, and I'm not exactly sure why the total is as high as it is. Grambling prefers a slow down pace. Texas Southern can be amenable to that kind of a pace, and it's a relatively high total, 147.5. So I like that. I also like Texas Southern a little bit at +1, and the Grambling State team total under as well. Oh, no, wow, Texas Southern now a favorite. There you go. Okay, I took them at +1. Now they're -1. So I like Texas Southern, although I'm seeing a money line at -110 as well. So I like Texas Southern here, the under, and the Grambling State team total under as well at 73.5. So why don't I write those all down and just see how they all turn out. Rice, team total over 62.5. I like that one. Prairie View, team total over 68.5. Kind of like that one. And the Grambling State game, I guess I like Texas Southern at Pick'em -110, the under at 147.5, and the Grambling State team total under at 73.5 as well. I'm seeing all those. Let's see. Yeah. See, again, I'm just sharing with you what I like. Obviously, there's going to be big, up days and down days, lots of variance when it comes to college basketball. But I think I'm feeling a little bit less. I'm just dealing with my AIPP a lot better recently. I think that's what it is. AIPP, first-time viewers might not know what that is. It is a syndrome that I coined and suffer from badly, which is called all-in on public plays syndrome. It means that when I give out a play publicly, I feel internally and psychologically as though I'm all in on the play, even though I'm not. That's what the syndrome is. If I give out a play publicly, I feel like I'm all in on the play, even though I'm not. I just can't help it, right? So if I give out 20 plays, I feel like I'm all in on 20 different plays, which is mathematically impossible and completely messes with my head. But I feel like I'm dealing with it a little bit better recently, so I think that's why I'm feeling a little bit more confident going into this week. We'll see how things turn out. But again, kind of like in the under in Grambling State, Texas Southern, and the Grambling State team total under as well. Let's do a little line shopping to see what those lines are, because, of course, line shopping is another thing you should do, whether you're doing this professionally or in a serious recreational way. Line shopping, very important. Yeah, I'm seeing a bunch of 148s. Absolutely, 148s. And so I'll quote that as my actual line here. Not 147.5, 148. Will be the quoted line on Grambling State. Split line right now. Half the books have 147.5, but the other half have 148. So I like that one. If you shop around, you might even be able to get a better team total under for Grambling, but I'll just take the one I'm looking at the book right now, which we will not name because they haven't paid me yet. And if any book ever does want to pay me, then I'll be happy to name them. As of right now, we don't. Let's quickly line shop here. And I'm using. I would be very happy to name the line shopping service that I'm using as well, if they would like to pay me. Yeah, it's pretty much, pick 'em -1. All right. So that's it. Oklahoma Baylor, very interesting game tonight. I have nothing on that one. No bets at all. No even opinions. The lines look vaguely on to me. It feels like one of those games where Baylor's going to be up by 12 going into the last 2 minutes, and your bet's probably going to be a coin flip, or up by 9 into the last 2 minutes. I could even see this. Baylor is very deep, and I could see this one. I could see Oklahoma being down by 2 at the half, maybe even tie game at the half, maybe even down by 3 with 6 minutes or 8 minutes to go or something like that. But Baylor pulls away late. That does tend to happen with teams of class like Baylor and depth. They tend to pull away late, just like in horses, right? In horse racing, the horses with real class, it shows down the stretch. Similar in college sports, especially. So I don't like, you see it all the time, right? With Alabama, Alabama, huge favorite. You think maybe they were giving a few too many points. You take some decent team catching 24.5, and they'd be hanging with them for 3/4, and then fourth quarter somehow Alabama runs away with it and covers. The Baylor-Oklahoma game, I'm off. The total seems dead on to me as well. Should be modest scoring, but about 135 looks about right. And that's it. Let's look at some comments, and then we'll get into the 7 o'clock Eastern time halftime lines. Hopefully things go well this week. What can I say? Shout out to everyone. Mr. Gokster, love me a closing horse. Yes. Scripted sports to the point. Took Baylor, Oklahoma blows. Yeah, I mean, if you gave me a free play here, I would definitely put it on Baylor. It's just I don't love the spot. I don't love the spot for Baylor. You know what I mean? There's a few things that have indicated to me not that Oklahoma's a good play, but that at 10 I'd want to stay off. But definitely I can understand a play on the. I mean, my lean would be Baylor and the under. But, so maybe a slight lean to Oklahoma team total under. But I just stayed off of it. It's possible that there could be some second half value that my numbers indicate. We'll see. But, yeah, teams like Baylor, elite teams like this, at times they can be overvalued. Elite teams that are just being given too much credit for the market. Other times, like with Gonzaga, even recently, just elite teams that just aren't being given enough credit. But usually the market figures it out, usually a little bit later, but it feels to me like, at least in this spot, they've figured it out. I mean, Baylor has been covering game in and game out, obviously, all season long, which is something you also often see with a non-marquee program that becomes an elite team. The market, as we saw with Gonzaga, right? For a bunch of years, Gonzaga was a legit elite team, but because they came from mid-major conference, the market took a couple of years to really fully catch up to the program. So it's no surprise that Baylor has covered, however many in a row they've covered now, and overall they've been a good bet on the year. But in February, I do expect them to be roughly 50-50 ATS. Still a great team because they're very deep, but I expect them to be, very accurately priced by the market in February. 50-50 is what I would expect. No more, 3-4 ATS wins in a row from them. Who knows? Anything's possible, but I'm just telling you what my thought is. Yes, Baylor is a legit awesome team, and they're deep. Gabe Tadino says, let's go to Saratoga, Pete. Sure, Saratoga. I remember Saratoga. Hell yeah. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful racetrack, Sarah. Beautiful city. Beautiful city. Beautiful little town. Nasty Nate, shout out to you with the wrench. Come on. Spammers, where are you? Come on in. Let's hear what you got to say about. Let's hear your racism and your and all that shit. Everything you got. We got a moderator now, Nasty Nate. He's gonna catch you. He's gonna ban you. All right. Let's see other comments coming in, and then we'll look at the. We've covered everything from the later games. Not too much to talk about. Of course, the intensity starts tomorrow. The insanity officially begins on Wednesday and officially ends on Thursday, and then Friday is the day of running on fumes, which is also usually profitable, but weird shows, often fun. That's the way it goes. Monday is usually my favorite show because I'm the most rested, most on top of all the lines, and hopefully we'll have a winning day. Let's look at some comments here. Scripted sports to the point. Shout out to you. Shout out to you. Let's see. Steve says, Pete, all fresh and focused. Yeah, what can I say, I'm like a friggin' one of my biggest Achilles heels in life is lack of sleep and my need for a lot of it. Gerardo Hernandez, what's up to you? Cody AV, let's fucking go. Shout out to you. Jesse Nemeth, shout out to you. Tito Banton, Rich G, not to brag, but I just began capping college basketball last week for this season, 7 days, 35-22. Well, la-di-da. Very nice. Rich G, very nice. Yeah. College basketball, if you know what you're looking for, I believe the market is still relatively beatable. It was very beatable for many years. Then people said, oh, it's gone. The value's gone with college basketball. Maybe it's gone a little bit, but nice job, Rich G. Nice job. Viral video, Portland State -4, I think is a good lean. If you have any opinion, appreciate it. Yeah, I didn't fully get a chance to cap that game. I'm sorry. I was going to put it off. Sometimes I also put off the late games on Monday. Sorry, Valor Video. I wish I had an answer for that. That's one game I kind of skipped. All right, let's see. What else do we have here? Let's see. Viral Video says anyone who says anything Vic Dick Vital related banned. Viral Video, nice with the jokes and the problem-solving brain there. All right, let's see. All right. Max is weird. Shout out to you. St. Eve and Michael Madara. That guy is not a spammer, by the way. He's just a guy with excellent jokes, as he posted to start the show. John Doe, shout out to you. All right, shout out to Bogey34. All right, let's stop bullshitting around here, and let's look at some of these second half lines as they come up. Here we go again. The pressure is on. I'm in a good mood today because even though last week seemed weird, it seemed weird because, it was mostly 500 days except for Tuesday, which is a big winner, and then adding it. So I had a couple of days that were small winners, one day a small loser, and then the big winner on Tuesday. And you add it all up, that's a great week. But it didn't feel as great as it actually was. Let's see how the games are going. Let me just make sure I don't miss anything in my relatively relaxed, my haze of relative relaxation here on Monday. Shout out to everyone who makes this show so fun for me to do. I can't tell you how much it changes my life just to be able to do stuff like it. Wow, West Virginia blowing Texas the F out. Okay, there you go. Oh, Campbell, that game is, there you go. Presbyterian, look at that. That team total's looking good. Mount St. Mary's, that team total's looking good. Radford, that team total under's looking good. Bucknell, not so much. And UNCA, that team total's looking okay as well. There you go. I hope you all caught my team totals when I tweeted out on Twitter. All right, let's see. There's got to be some lines up now. Sorry. Here I am, like wasting time, bullshitting around, admiring my work. No. All right, here we go. Presbyterian, there it is. All right, let's get into it. Let's look at these second half lines. Sorry about that. I'm a little bit late to these lines. I know people are like, because I gotta, crunch the numbers and then communicate what the hell they say. Because this is, numbers is what it is. Numbers make the man. Numbers make the capper. Presbyterian plus a half, 71.5. Let's see. Okay. Focus. Numbers like Presbyterian plus a half, just a little bit. They also like the under a bit. And both team total unders a bit as well. Yeah. Wow. Okay, see, here we go again. All these borderline plays. I look back and they cash. I'm like, when the show's up, I'm going to start giving out all my borderline plays. But then when it comes down to it, it's like they're borderline for a reason. They are. They're borderline just because the edges are very small. I always tell you, though, how I'm thinking and what the numbers say. Numbers do like Presbyterian here just a bit. All right, we'll make that one we'll make that one an official play. Presbyterian plus a half. Presbyterian plus a half, and that is going to be graded, I guess, medium small. Presbyterian plus a half. Graded medium small, official play. The numbers also kind of like the under. Now it jumped to 72, and the team totals are jumping up as well. Yeah. Okay, yeah. Small lean to the Campbell team total under. We'll make that one a small play as well. Campbell, team total under 36.5, and that is small or medium small. And we'll grade that one small, although that one could be Could be medium small as well. So Presbyterian plus a half, medium small. Campbell, team total under 36.5, small. And the numbers also like the under 72 just a little bit as well. But I can't make that one a pick, I don't think. Just a little bit. They like under 72. Maybe we'll revisit it. Asheville and Longwood. Let's look at that. Longwood +2 and 78.5. +2 and 78.5. Numbers like it's a tough one. Nothing really. Again, this is one where I gave the Asheville first half. I gave the Asheville team total under 75, I think, and that's looking decent. Certainly looking good as of right now. The number at 78.5. The numbers don't really like anything. Very slightly into the under, but that's not bettable either. And the side, Longwood +2. Very slightly into Longwood as well, +2, or the money line at +110. So those are both, and then very slightly into Asheville under 40.5. Can't make a play on any of those either as of right now. Small, very small lean to Longwood though, +2. All right, let's look at some other lines. See what's up. Radford, Mount St. Mary's. Let's look at that. Let's look at the Radford game, -2.5 and 76.5. Shout out to everyone. -2.5 and 76.5. I gave out the Radford team total under. That's looking pretty good in the tweet. Hope you all caught that. Yeah, and again, nothing really. Nothing. Very slightly into Radford, -165. But yeah, let's move on. Let's look at Mount St. Mary's. Let's see if there's anything there. Again, these lines are very tight. So if you're expecting, see, there you go. Mount St. Mary's. This is why I give team totals, right? It's a lower scoring game, but Mount St. Mary's blowing them out. So the Mount St. Mary's team total over is looking good. Again, 31, you're going to have to get in second half, which is definitely not guaranteed. But it's certainly nice to see a bit. Let's see what the numbers say. Numbers, running the numbers, -0.5 and 66.5. They say very little. Nothing really. Actually, a slight lean to Mount St. Mary's team total under, which is not great in light of the fact that I gave out the 67. Although I am going to bet this one, which will put it, at a middle. Yeah, the numbers like Mount St. Mary's under 33.5, just a little bit. Yeah, this is a tough one. One way of looking at these numbers like St. Francis +0.5. The others say stay off. They do like St. Francis just a little bit, though. Oh, God, they do. I don't want to take it, but the numbers like St. Francis. Oh, God, I don't want to take this. But the numbers like St. Francis. All right, let me just look at this a little bit. They do like St. Francis just a little bit. They do. All right, All right. Makes me nervous. Makes me sick, but I'll take it. I'll take St. Francis plus a half. Medium small. St. Francis plus a half, medium small. The number's also slightly into Mount St. Mary's, team total under 33.5. And yeah. All right, let's look at some other stuff just to make sure that there's nothing. You know, this is how Monday goes. Okay, NC State, Virginia. Let's look at that. Probably there's going to be nothing here. Well, let's just look at it. Wow, Virginia's down at the half. Let's see what the numbers say. Yeah. Yeah. Very, very slightly into Virginia at 5.5, but not bettable. Not really bettable. Very slight lean there, though. Sorry, I hope you know, you never know what will open up when you open up the presence of second half. Sometimes you see something awesome, some low hanging fruit. Sometimes you're just getting, you know, socks and a sweater. We got the Gardner-Webb game, the Bucknell game, and the West Virginia game coming up. Let's see if any have opened. All right, Gardner-Webb, minus 2.81. Let's look at that. Gardner-Webb, minus 2.81. Gardner-Webb. Yeah, nothing really. Analysis 1 likes nothing, says pass. Analysis 2, slight lean to Hampton, plus the points. And a slight lean to Gardner-Webb, team total under, actually. They do like that a little bit, 41. Just a little bit, 41. But, yeah, but nothing crazy. Again, you can't pull this stuff out of you can't just start pulling this stuff randomly out of thin air. You can pretend that that's what you're doing. You can act like it, and that's fun and can be funny and cool, but you can't actually do it, right? You're seeing a glimpse behind the curtain of what goes on in a person's head when they're actually doing this stuff. And you can't just pull this stuff out of thin air. You have to have an approach, one way or another, that you expect to work, and then you have to do that approach. Can't just start chucking darts all over the place. Yeah, slight lean to the Gardner-Webb team total under, but again, can't make that an official pick either, and I'm not going to bet it. Although I mark all this stuff down. We did give a few picks, and I'm glad, though, that I gave out all those tweeted team totals, because that goes, hand in hand. Like I've said many times, my pregame plays are part of the holistic approach to betting and handicapping college basketball games that go along with the second half stuff. So looks like those team totals are probably going to wind up at least slightly winning. We gave out 3 plays. St. Francis plus a half, medium small. Presbyterian plus a half, medium small. Campbell team total under 36.5 small. Might be it, but we'll see. We'll see what the West Virginia lines are when that comes out. We'll see what else we got here. Yeah, St. Francis, I did it. This is one of those games. This is one of those lines where the numbers like St. Francis, but there's another way of looking at it that makes it less exciting. And the reason you can pretty much guess on your own, which is that the reason it's that what I'm seeing, that the numbers say what they say, is not hard to figure out why, which is that, if you're a road team getting blown out in the middle of January, what's your motivation going to be to fight in the second half? At times there might be, but other times there won't be. And that is definitely reflected in the numbers that I look at. Statistically, though, St. Francis is a solid play at +0.5. But the other way I look at it, there are a few other ways that I look at these numbers, it's questionable. So took it, I bet it, graded it medium small. Could have been a bigger play. Medium, maybe. Yeah. All right, let's see. And then the Winthrop Radford. We already looked at that. Again, I tweeted out the Radford team total under. So you can deduce from that I liked Winthrop and the under, which is the case. It's just instead of tweeting all that out, I just wanted to keep it safe as possible for people seeing it on Twitter, and tweeting out only the Radford team total under. So I'm glad I did that. They could easily score, 50, although if they did that, it would still go under. And the numbers do actually, it's not bettable, but a slight lean to the Radford team total over at 39, which is not great to see. And a slight lean to Radford minus 165 as well. Can't make that a play, though. Pre-game lines say pass. The halftime analysis says take Radford. And they like the Radford team total over just a little bit. All right, we're going to wrap this up very shortly. Definitely want to look at the West Virginia game. All right, that one is up. Let's look at that. Sorry if there aren't a ton of plays today. But again, if I start tweeting out the 7 o'clock stuff and discussing in the beginning of the show the later games, which I did, then it's all justified. Then it's okay if there's only like 2 or 3 halftime plays that I officially. All right, let's see. Where are we? Pick'em and 70. Nothing. The numbers don't like anything. I also have what I call a confidence number attached to the edges that I have here, and the confidence number is extremely low on this one, on the analysis that it's giving, which means that the numbers are saying that don't trust our recommendations too much here, which makes some sense. The numbers actually, wow. Numbers actually like West Virginia, even up by 25. But that's super low confidence there. They like West Virginia and a slight lean to the under at 70. Actually, the 70 is bettable according to these numbers. 70 is bettable according to these numbers. Let me look into this a little bit more. I do have the luxury because there's not that many games. I hope you're having a good time watching the show. I know I say this every time at this point in the show where I start to, please post tennis plays, whatever you got. Post whatever you want amongst yourselves to keep yourselves entertained in the comments section while I try to discuss my thought process and all this so that you might get something from that, be entertained a bit by that. Yeah, under 70. The market likes it a little bit. And it dropped down to 115. All right, I'll make that a play. We'll make that a play. West Virginia, Texas, under 70 minus 115. And that is small or medium small graded. Small or medium small. And we will just grade that one small. Not medium small. Although it's borderline. Because 70 is a low total. Anything could happen in the second half, right? Who knows what Shaka Smart's going to do? Shaka Smart, crafty as hell. Smart as hell. Which means that I like to bet on him. And in games like these, when the first half result was wacky. I don't really like to bet it at all because you don't know what the hell what he's going to pull out of his sleeve here. Maybe he'll bench the entire starting squad. Who knows? All right, that might be a loser there, but I'll then take it. Under 70 minus 115, graded small. Graded small. Texas and West Virginia. Texas and West Virginia. Man, I can't believe Shaka Smart's with Texas. I wish they just send him back to some no-name mid-major, and that team will have betting value for 3 years straight. It's just Texas is such a program that's in football and basketball that's just so notoriously overvalued, so hard for Texas to have value. In spots, they can have value, but in general, as a program, they're just one of these programs like, I don't know, USC or one of these programs that's just – it just feels like year in and year out, they're perennially overvalued in any given week, right? You know what I'm talking about, right? You know what I'm talking about. All right, so that's that. I gave the under. $70 minus 115. Even a slight lean to the West Virginia team total under at 35 as well. But no, just 70, 115, graded small. Let's go back to, the only game on the hanging still is the Gardner-Webb game that I'm seeing. Yeah, the team total under. They like it, man. The numbers do like it. All right, let's make that one a play. Last second play here. Gardner-Webb, team total under 41. Numbers say medium small, so let's take it. Medium small. Gardner-Webb, team total under 41, medium small. Under 41, medium small. Gardner-Webb, team total under. Team total under, Gardner-Webb, medium small. Last second play there. This looks like all the games are off. Oh, the Bucknell-Colgate game. We got to wait for that, right? Okay. Let's close everything out here. Bucknell-Colgate. Hope you're all having a good time here. If there's any questions you have, I will review the comments, of course. After the Bucknell-Colgate. This one I gave out Bucknell team total over, which is not looking good. That's okay. Here we go. Bucknell-Colgate. See what the numbers say here. Yeah. Very small. Yeah, nothing really. Very small lean to Bucknell plus 4.5, but and I'm seeing a total of 77.5. Yeah, they like the Bucknell team total over a little bit as well, 36.5. Hold on, let me just check something. Let me just check one thing. Hope you're having a good time. Hope you're enjoying yourself on this Monday night. February is going to be fun as hell, I think. I hope. And March, oh boy. Oh, that might be very fun. Potential's there. March might be awesome. It's possible. All right, let me just check what the hell's going on here. Yeah, I'm seeing like 77, Bucknell-Colgate. Nah, not even going to touch it. Oh, 76 now. Let's crunch that. Yeah, the numbers like the over a little bit. Bucknell down to 76, I'm seeing. 36, I'm seeing for the team total. Numbers like the Bucknell team total over a bit, Bucknell plus 4.5 a bit, and the over 76 just a bit. Yeah, I don't think it's. I'm not gonna pull the trigger on this one though. Yeah, the numbers don't like Bucknell that much. Actually, none of that is really bettable, actionable. All right, I think that's it, right? I think that's it. Right? Are we done here? Are we done here? Yeah. All right. Let's go back to the comment section. Okay. Let's see. Nasty Nate. I look up, I see, look at Nasty Nate. That's a fucking soldier right there, Nasty Nate. Thanks for taking that duty. You know what I'm saying? Really appreciate it. Leonard Porsche, thanks, Pete. See you tomorrow. See you tomorrow, Leonard Porsche. See everyone tomorrow. Hell yeah. I don't know. You guys are referring to things. What's up, Peter? Came to see what you got going tonight while Max talking about Jay throwing up while I'm trying to eat. I have no idea what you guys are talking about. Ron Park, shout out to you, Pete. Thanks again for all the picks. Shout out to you, Ron Park. Thank you very much. Nasty Nate, shout out to you. Thank you so much for taking moderator. All right, I'm just going to take this back as a formality. Not that I wouldn't make you a permanent moderator, Nasty Nate. I just a formality. Gotta control everything here, I think, right? Huge shout out to you, Nasty Nate. I mean, if you wanted to be a permanent moderator, I would let you be, of course. And maybe you will be if you want to. I just can't have like 15 different moderators and everything goes crazy and everything. But thank you, Nasty Nate. I don't know if you had to do anything. You know, sometimes you're on patrol and there's no problems. You know what I mean? But when there are problems, that's when you're thanking your lucky stars that you put someone in charge of security. You know what I'm saying? If there's no one to be bounced, sometimes you're like, well, maybe you don't need a bouncer. And then when you finally need a bouncer, then you're like, yeah, I needed a bouncer. Shout out to you. Nasty Nate. Keyboard bouncer. Hell yeah. Shout out to you. Perfect rotation. Shout out to you. Jesse Nemeth. Thanks, Pete. You're the man. Thank you very much, Jesse Nemeth. You're the man. Looking for some other comments, and then we will Jesse Nemeth. Millman really screwing up my evening. Let's see. Now people talking about action. Whoa. Look at this. A lot of great information being traded back here. St. Eve and Michael Madara, shout out to you. People talking about tennis, viral video. That's awesome. I maybe I'll start tailing your tennis plays. Just viral video. It's just all my focus, my entire bankroll, my entire everything is focused now 100% on college basketball. A lot of great information being traded in the comment section here. Looking at what Alex Ramirez, shout out to you. Looking at what people are saying. Gabe Tedino, tremendous show. Thank you so much, Gabe Tedino. Bogey 34, John Doe, Fuzz Logic. Shout out to you. Shout out to everyone. All right. I guess that's it. Rich G, shout out to you. Shout out to you. Shout out to you. That's it. we're done. We're going to do this all again tomorrow. Bigger slate of games. I'm going to, tweet out whatever, or 7 o'clock pregame stuff I'm liking. Hopefully it'll go well. Hopefully Wednesday will go well. Hopefully Thursday will go well. Hopefully Friday will go well. Most likely one of those days will not go well. Hopefully that won't be too bad. We'll see. Tune in to find out. See you tomorrow, Tuesday night.